live, it's me, the Jcrow, and today we're going to be in Adobe Photoshop doing something because I'm hella nervous and I have two projects I can do. One will end up being more emotes, or one will be ArtFight. We'll see. We'll see. Mochi Stars Arts, hi, hello, you're first in chat today. I have been designing new characters. I really want to draw them, but I've been working on trying to get them to look on paper as they do in my head. Mochi Stars Arts, I miss you. We miss you too! It's been so long. I don't know. I've been active on the Discord. Astroblaze, Return of the Queen. Hi, Astroblaze! Welcome! Hi, Cryglitch. Hi, Nisty. Everyone's got little 1, 2s, and 3s on the name. For the first time in a while. 3, 2, 1. Canvas reveal. Emotes. Or I can develop this attack for ArtFight. It's so great to see everyone together again. Munchy Stars Arts. I can't wait to talk my OCs, Kara and Ash. Kara, the queen. I'm making hearts with my hands, but you can't see them because I don't have a webcam. Although my best friend gave me a webcam and was like, I don't know if you want to stream with your face. And I was like, I don't know. But then she was like, you could do a PNG tuber or something, I guess. It's like, I suppose I could. See, now this pose works well in a sketch. I wanted to get a pose going that showed off the cool fins and tail, but also I really like the big bitey teeth. So I looked up at a lot of references and stuff and kind of like Frankenstein of references to get to be like, well, I could. And realistically, this is a pose you could strike, I guess. And I give him a big shark. This is for Shootingcookielover on ArtFight. Nisty, how long has it even been? March, early March, like March 5th. Astroblaze, 4 months. How many months is March? If we're not including this month yet, because we're only on like single digits first week, then yeah, 4 or 5 months. Mochi, I did post a short and a video about my OC Kara. I have seen some of them. Were they on TikTok? I have seen some. Each time I'm like, Kara, my beloved. I'm like the queen, she's there. I saw one that you did recently with like her snooty arranged marriage guy, I think. I was like, excuse you, get out of here. To the snooty arranged marriage ex, I mean. Craiglich, I love Sharky Boy. I love a good shark character, yes. Mochi, sadly, I have to go to work soon. Is it the same as last time? I know that you used to work in like you watched like a changing room and worked in a store, and there was the other one where you were volunteering at an animal shelter with kitties. Right, this character has a pointy nose. I'm worried the pose isn't going to translate it very well. I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to construct the face from this angle, though. Rose upside down. Like, realistically, it'd be what, the eyes here? I'm probably going to be better off actually rotating the canvas in a moment. I've been doing that a lot, too. Ashblaze, I was just going off when your last VOD was uploaded. Well, you're pretty much right, yeah. It was March. I ended up going into hospital and I didn't get any heads up or warning either, so I was about as just lost as everyone else was. It was just, I'm in A&E. Oh no. Does this character not have ears? I mean, shark, right? Is it an art style choice to not put ears on? Is the hair covering the ears? Or do they not have ears because they're a shark? Look at the little cute baby one. Cute. I love the outfit. See, I've got like a pose that'll like show off loads of the details. Nice. So the gills will go here. This is sketching, by the way. We're on early development of this one. Mochi, yes, I'm going work at the fitting room. I haven't really been volunteering in a bit because I've been really busy. There's also this new trend which was in my TikTok where she's trying to confess to Ash. Oh yes, I've seen that one. Where they're with another character and you get like the little interacting bubbles, right? I don't want to draw his mouth yet, but I really like big bitey teeth. But he's gonna look. I'm just going for placeholders at the minute, kinda. So he doesn't have ears. Um, I guess he'd have more of a hairline still, because he's humanoid. And then the jacket's doing a thing. So how's everybody been? A few of you I know a little bit about what's been up on Discord. Uzi, hi! Hi, Uzi! I was gonna say, a few of you I know have been on Discord, so like there's a little bit of chatting going on, but I know a few of you like Uzi. I only see in the lives. Have you been? Oh, there's another one. I remember how they draw in that art style. Remember the art style, but their username changed so often. And then speaking of often changing new usernames, whatever username they're currently using, he would post on Twitter a lot and usually had names based off OCs. Biruki, hi, welcome. Squeaky clean, but yeah, how have you been, Uzi? I think the last time we chatted, Uzi, I think you were redecorating your room or something because you'd moved a few months prior to it and you were like looking at painting. Hmm. What are clothing creases? No, because you'd be able to see a little bit of the chest here, I think. Think? And the bite is on the character's left? His left? Their left, sorry. Which means in this pose, we wouldn't to see the cool bite. Well, you kind of a little bit, though. And it talks over the tail. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Welcome, welcome. Crygutch has asked Mochi if you're in ArtFight this year. And Uzi, yeah, I've been making things for my room. And I know you were also doing like paper dragons and stuff at the time, having an interest in that. Are they still a thing? You still enjoying those? Paper dragons are really cool. Okay. I'm not even sure if this is working. I'll move the bite a bit higher. But yeah, so I do have some new characters in the works, and they already have a pretty solid, like, story sort of thing going on as well. I mentioned it near the beginning of the stream, but I'm assuming people weren't necessarily around for it. Then again, you all out really quick. Oh, Uzi currently has the number 2 crown. Mochi, one day I'll do ArtFight. Plus, my birthday's coming soon. Oh, happy almost birthday! Yuruki, yeah, I hope I can get into it. Looks like a lot of fun. It is. If you like drawing, if you like drawing character art, I've always preferred drawing OCs to canon characters. I think I've said this a lot. So it's like if you go on like my old Instagram stuff, you'll see that I usually post my OCs, or sometimes I'll post other people's OCs because other people's characters tend to be way more interesting than whatever designs like, I don't know, Disney's cooked up. I say cooked up, they ain't cooked nothing. Right, this hand is probably way too big. But we are in sketch stage, so I'm just going to kind of do that and we can rearrange it if needed. Oh, oh my gosh! Classic Adobe Photoshop crash. Wow. Wow. Do you have any plans for your birthday, Mochi? Uzi, I've been making a lot more lately, and my art has gotten a lot better. Nice. And Mochi, Uzi, do you want to see more of Prince John? Astro Blaze, I'm really jealous of all the ArtFight people, but I must focus on my mission. Astro Blaze has only given me the information that they're on a mission. That's it. On a mission, the mission.tm. And all I know is it's art-based. Only hints I've gotten. Okay, so I think the tail is pretty standard as far as the sketch is going. Like, I don't need to worry about this too much. It's just a lot of nice, clean shapes, you know? And not in a, like, weird, back-breaking pose. Squeaky, the only thing Disney cooks is themselves out of making good films. Yeah. Misty, you got the #1 crown. Hey, they didn't take long to crash. I know. Even Photoshop's like, oh, you're streaming again. Let me pull out a classic Jcrow move. Let's classic Photoshop. Flash. Adobe did it just for you guys. Okay. Pants. The pants be pretty simple. So don't have to worry too much about leg detail. Booty. I'm gonna like rotate the camera first and then I can like work on the face later. But I couldn't draw for a while. I do have updates and stuff that I could give if people want them. The main one is I'm gonna be out of hospital for at least a month. Yippee! Which means I'll be here and around for at least a month. I'm planning after that. Oh, yes, after that, I'm having a bone marrow transplant in the hospital. And they're going to keep me in there for a minimum of 6 weeks. Yay. But they do have a donor. They're in Germany. I'm not in Germany, I'm in England. It's so funny. It's like, You found a donor? Cool. Where'd you find them? Just abroad. Not here. Not here. Well, apparently, I've been told England gets a lot of donors from specifically Germany. I think it's something to do with Germany having mandatory. They have an opt-out system as opposed to an opt-in. So in England, if you want to sign up to be a donor for blood or anything, you opt into it. So you have to say you want to, they assume you don't. But in some countries, you have to contact the government to say, actually, no, I don't want to do it, as opposed to, yes, I do. Mochi, I was thinking of going to dinner with my family and then doing an art profile competition with my profile. Sorry, I just dropped a pen. What kind of competition? Profile picture competition. I need to get my pen. It's hidden in my shadow. Oh, my head, ow. Sorry. Ow. Okay. Yeah, that's another one. Uzi bro really said, oh, you're back and streaming again, Jcrow? Well, time to crash. Exactly. It did it just for y'all. It's giving us all the authentic, classic streaming experience. I wonder if I can work on the big. I know he's got like a shark nose, but I'm wondering if I can do the details for said shark nose via shading rather than line art, if you know what I mean. What I'm gonna do is big tooth. Oh! They look a little bit like an alien. There you go, let's give him a sparkle. That's scary. I mean, they are a sharp person, so. Skelly, Pinky Lemon! Day 1 of Pinky Lemon. And Mochi. Hi. Lucy, wait, who are you talking to, Mochi? I'm talking. Yeah, if you tag me in Mochi, I'll check it out. But hello, Skelly. How are you doing? Welcome in. There's little crowns in chats at the minute. Who's got 3? Uzi's got number 2. Nissy's got number 1. Who's got number 3 currently? Oh, last I see, Astro Blaze at number 3. What's with the crown? I'm like, it's like, I don't know what the crown's doing, but it's also really fun to watch it get like stolen and passed around. I know when I was in, ugh, that arm is awful. Let's get rid of. Oh wait, where is the arm even attached? Right, the shoulder's here. His arm should be here, and then the other arm should be there. That's what's wrong. This arm would only be like there-ish. So I need to bring the shark down. I already acknowledged that this arm was way too big, so I should be able to tweak it. Miriki, what crown? I'm nosy. If you look in chat, there's a little crown and a number next to the crown on people's usernames. And I think it's to do with interactions or something, but it keeps getting moved to different people in chat. I suppose I think it's to do with how many comments you send in chat. Makes sense. This guy's really, really happy with the shark. Okay. I want to make it look like a plushie. I was going to make it like a plushie shark, though, and like, you know, make it soft. Like a plush doll. Maybe if I do something. No, that looks dead. The button. To make it look more like a doll and less like the character in an animal form. Because there wouldn't be 2 of them there. Now it definitely looks like a doll. The button eye. But the little bead eye was cuter. Problems. Miruki. Miruki. I have none of that. I see no crowns. Really? I see crowns. Oh, Uzi. Yeah, Uzi has 2. Mr. Blaze is 3. Coraline shot. Uzi, don't make this silly shark dead. I'm trying not to. See, one of my issues here is like this part. I'm trying to work out where the mouth should be. So this is their nose and their forehead. Oh, they do have eyebrows. Okay. Maybe the chin needs to be more at an angle like. Oh. So I need to bring the face around, I think. Oh, and then I can make a chubby cheek. That looks a little better. And like a little mouth. They don't look happy enough for like a big shark and for the big. What if we do like silly expressions? Because they've got eyes like this. Try something like that. Looks happier. I'm not a fan of the round cheek. I think it should stay smooth, really. Oh, now they've got a bit of a clown nose going on. Sorry. Shark needs to live. It will live. Astro Blaze. Maybe have the bead eye, but make it hang loose from a thread. But that might look like it's also dying again. That might look kind of grisly. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna work on the face, which means I need to flip the whole canvas. Just preemptively do that and go whoop. That was kind of cool, actually. So if I use shading here, like in this bit there, to make it look more 3D, that might work. So you want the bigger nose, and I'll use shading to make it look a bit more sharky, I guess. Yeah, if you're seeing it pixelate, don't worry, that's not the quality dipping. It's just what Photoshop likes to do when the canvas is upside down. It pretends it's pixelated, which is weird. Nope, nope, I don't want to give them big glasses. Why is it low-key? It reminds me of a show, actually, a little bit. Struggling to move it properly. There we go. Put them the right way up. And we got a little guy. And Uzi, I'm gonna go check out Mochi's, I assume, the contest post they made. Mochi, you've tagged me and Uzi. Nice. I can check it out. Let's see. Also, thank you for all the likes on the video. We've got up to 9. Honestly, this is a lot more than I was expecting. I was thinking I have completely dropped off. I have not been around. People have likes. Thank you for showing up. Okay. So I think this is ready to try and do some line art for. Astroblaze, Uzi, and Nisty, I think, was last seen with the first crown. You're all maintaining your titles. Do I start with the shark? They're both sharks, but you know which one I mean. The baby. Misty, I'm always here. I barely have a life. Sorry, I'm having flashbacks to Nisty was shared some photos to the Discord. With some exploration of like abandoned buildings, and there was just this boat which decided it wanted to have a basement. Yeah. It was just like a crawl space in the floor filled with rank water. And I think it's quite horrifying. I don't have a life. Yeah, sure, if you fall in that, you don't. Won't have much left if you fall in that pit. So, guys, what would you do if you were walking and then suddenly you put your foot through a floorboard into like a dark abyss of water? How high pitch would you scream? Because I'd be shattering glass personally. So as I've been doing these, I've been adding them to the animation timeline as well, which will be released near the end of the month. It's not actually well, it is kind of far off being done. I feel like I'm already halfway-ish. And then depending on how I'm doing, depends on how much I'm going to go back and add extra animation to it. Some of them already have a bit of extra animation. Like, there's a character who has a bunch of eyes floating around their head like that I've done. And I animated the eyes moving in Animate and imported them together and edited it together. And then ArtFight was like, no, I don't like that file format. File too big. And just giving me trouble. Yeah, I definitely need to like make the nose more prominent with shading and not line work. What if I don't want the line art to get too small though. But I also don't want to rob them of their like beautiful teeth. Gorgeous. I think this will be attack number 8. Attack, defense, I don't know. One or the other. Misty, I hate flooded buildings. The sight of that hole in the floor made me nope out the boat immediately. Uzi, I don't have a life either. I spend most of my time in my room making candy. Understandable. Also, Uzi says they would scream their lungs out. You know, somebody on ArtFight was doing attacks last year. We actually met them in chat here in the live. But they were doing ArtFight attacks with candy too. So they were making little bracelets and stuff themed off characters. Like how this character has a lot of blues, so they'd match the blue colours to the character and use their colour palette to make candy jewellery. I'd definitely attack you if you're an ArtFight. I feel like I don't wanna be like, oh yeah, I am biased to certain things, and it's like, no, I am biased towards friends and people that I recognize in chat. Where it's like, oh, I could attack this person, but also someone from chat is here. And I remembered the other person, Halo. I've not heard much from Halo on Discord. And they were somebody else that used to be in chat. No, it wasn't them. I think it was, at one point they were called Bucko Doodles. Nisty, I've heard drowning feels peaceful. What? That's not what I've heard. I've heard drowning is scary. I mean, you're suffocating, really. So it wouldn't be much different to that. So, is anyone at summer holidays yet? Did anyone graduate school this year, or college, or university? Because summer holidays is also, you know, hand in hand with going up a grade or a year, graduations, all that sort of stuff. How's everyone doing on that front? Misty, I'd rather bleed out than drown, though. You know, where it's like, do I say, or do I not say? Bleeding out would basically just be like going to sleep. So, yeah, that's definitely preferred to drowning, I think. I was like, I will not source my information. Trust me, bro. Nisty, I graduated going to trade school on the 4th of August. What? August is my birth month. I almost said birth year. But, huh. My birthday's at the end of August. There's a chance I'm going to be in the stupid hospital for it, though. The timing is mostly based on communication with the donor and then getting their donation tissue over into England. And then also having me prepped for receiving it, the procedure. And I'm really suspicious I'm going to be in the hospital for my birthday. That is not my birthday treat. Can you imagine? Cringe. Nisty, ain't it August 21st? You're actually really close. It's the 23rd. I'll give you a pass because 21st and 23rd sound kind of similar. How did you remember that? Where'd you get that from? Misty has superpower memories, apparently. I might. Can't decide whether I think the fingers are too long or not. The character does have chunky hands, so I guess it's okay. I'm probably going to move the little shark down. You know, at first I was going to make it the IKEA shark. I was like, give it an IKEA shark. So I drew the pose, and then I was like, what are they holding? They're reaching to the sky. I should give them something to hold, but what? Be an IKEA shark. It'll be a plushie of themselves. No, that's cute. Uzi. All the sillies. Very sillies. And Mochi, did you see what Prince John said? I was scared for a minute. I was like, Prince, because like England has royals. It's like, I don't know what the princes say. Cringe royals. I've not checked yet. I'm checking now though. Okay, I'm taking a sneak peek. Yeah, him! Him! I'm gonna beat him up. Prince John, is that his name? No. Prince John, no. Ash, yes. Friendship ended with Prince John. I won't beat him up. He's so smug. He looks so smug. No, he's with Kara, not you. I'll beat him up. I'll beat up your OC. I wonder which of my... Oh, I know exactly which of my OCs would help me beat him up. We've got the characters that's like, oh, a fight, I'll join. And then I've got characters that are also like biased. I saw, did you share that one to TikTok, Mochi? I've seen some of your work on TikTok recently more than anything else. Because I have been watching lots of live streams on TikTok. The kind where people are just doing tours, like walking around cities and beaches and stuff. And they just kind of film like tours walking around the cities. And you might be thinking that sounds kind of boring. Well, one, in theory, yes. But I started watching them when I was in the hospital, and my view was literally a box room like this. This is a top down, and it was bed. It was a big old window here, a stupid nurse desk here. This is a toilet, and that's it. And it was all white. There's nothing in there. It's all white. However, oh, fun idea. There is a really big magnet wall in the hospital rooms, and I'm going to be in there for a few months. One, I was thinking of bringing my setup and trying to stream anyway. Two, I plan to at some point go and print a bunch of the fan art and commissions and stuff that I've received of my characters, drawn by, everyone in chat and other people not in chat, so that I can put them all on the big magnet wall. All of them, with no context, including things like the comic Skelly made where Colby is just stealing a cheese and he's like in a full burglar outfit. Which is a lot, everything. Uzi, how dare he say, Prince John, say that he's fine, and Skelly, Colby with rocks. Yeah, exactly, Colby'd help. Look, Colby, see that one? Yeah, don't like him. Say no more. Say no more. Shall I hit them with rocks or pocket sand? Why not both? Why not both, Colby? Skelly suspect stole a cheese. Exactly. I'm gonna like have that on the board. But when I print them, when I do make the wall, I'll upload a picture, and then everyone can play a game of like Where's Waldo, Where's Wally, if you've made art to try and spot it on the wall. If you've sent me a GIF or an MP4, I'll put up like a frame because I don't have no magic frames that play videos. Or I did, but my cat broke it with his butt. I'm looking. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. He immediately looked at me. He knows he did. It was Regeki. He's the culprit. I say this because I know I've got a few gifts. Master Blaze, I know you're one of the ones that made them. Nisty, you've made one too. Like Colby. So it's like I could take them. I'll just like save a PNG from it, and then they can be up there too. I can't wait for the nurses to be like, "Wow, did you draw all this?" And be like, you know, artist trouble versus non-artists when they look at your sketchbook and they're like, "Oh, so you can draw and paint in any art style ever, right? This is all you, right?" And it's like, no. when you show your mom a picture on your phone and they're like, "Did you draw that?" And it's like, "No, can't wait to. I'll keep a tally chart of how many nurses pull the. Did you draw that? No, I don't have like a billion art styles. No, I wish I could draw that many. And with such talent, damn. It's funny though. As long as none of them pull the "Can you draw me?" we're good. I think I'd get it a lot where it was. Sorry, I was like, I forgot the gills. Cut myself off immediately. Wait, Rigetti! That stinks! Ugh! Yeah, I'm trapped with it, bro! Bro! Right, he's right behind the fan. Fan. It's a horrible fan. Me. Cat having a bath and getting out his tuna breath. Smell goes into fan. Smell goes into my face. Me sad. That's what's happening right here. Fringe. Okay. Lizzie, my stomach hurts. Oh no. Misty, mine too. Drank some sketchy water today. Yeah, you did mention that you drank from like a random dog fountain or something. I need a drink. I just merged them layers without cleaning up the lines around the hands, didn't I? I like this pose. It's pretty cute. Oh, didn't. Nice. Doesn't make much of a difference, but still. So I've been minimal shading with these. Background seems boring, but in the animate document where everything's moving, it does have effects and stuff in the background, so it does also have more than what you're seeing with this gradient. So we know half of that shark needs to be... Oh, I forgot a dorsal fin. Is that the dorsal fin? I'll do that so I remember, shall I? These need to be same colors in there, shapes and colors from which the world has never seen. Blah. Blah. And then, oh, Photoshop is treating us to 2 crashes. 2. Wow. So generous, Photoshop. Thank you. Nisty, I have no idea if it was a dog fountain or a human fountain, but the water was bitter. I feel like it shouldn't be bitter. Night Watcher, hello, welcome. Jcrow return. Yes, I'm here. You miss rigging polls. I was gonna put a poll up. I was gonna put a poll up asking if people wanted to see me color and draw the shark boy, that shark person, or if I should do emotes. Then I was like, if I get nervous and panic, I should probably just comfortably do the one that I feel okay the most with, you know? Fortunately, I didn't panic. Although I was low-key internally screaming at my computer leading up to it. Don't know why. I was just like, what if I mess up? What if I just freeze? So it's like at the beginning of the video, there's a lag before I say hello. Because I got stage fright. Yeah, stage fright. This is a really cute character. I love the bitey. I love big bitey characters. You may or may not see that when I finally, if I may or may not post the new OCs that I'm working on. You know, funky teeth, cool eyes. Astro Blaze, it's really welcoming you back. Yeah. Shotguns are a lot of fun. I love them. Oh, speaking of, so you know how I was Sorry, that's speaking of America. Not shotguns. Speaking of America, 4th of July recently, um, I was up till like 4 a.m. last night watching live streams of multiple fireworks shows. And you know, one of the best things about the concept that America is big enough to have multiple time zones is the fact that I got to watch several different fireworks shows. The fireworks shows would end and I'd just scroll and I'd be like, cool, now I'm in Brooklyn. What have you got? Scroll again. Cool. What's this one? There was an amazing one where it was on a bridge, really, really big bridge, and the angle was kind of similar to this. It was on a phone, and they had these fountain fireworks on the bridge. They all went off at once, and it made them look like the bridge was on fire. It was insane. And then because it was just with how dark everything was, they closed down this bridge for it. It yeah, it was it was like completely silhouetted the bridge against the fireworks behind it. It was just so cool. I love fireworks. Fireworks cool. England's fireworks are kind of lame. Also, so many people were lighting fireworks off on the beach, which was great because I love the beach so much. I love water so much. So a lot of the time when I watch these streams, I'm like, me want splash, and then I'll put on an ocean stream. So I got treated to fireworks and they're on a beach. Very cool. There was a group of people that lived in fancy, rich, private condos. Cringe. Anyway, cringe rich. Anyway, I benefited because the person streaming went on the beach and was filming them, and what they were doing was basically competing with their neighbors for who could do the best fireworks show. So, boo, mega rich, but also free fireworks. Take it. Because the bridge that the condos were overlooking was public access. It was great. Mochi, the fact that Ash is blushing like a tomato when Tara is holding his hand is so cute. Go on do an art fight and then put Tara and Ash on, and then also put the Prince guy there so that I can ignore him. You can put them on and be like, these guys, and I'll be like, wow, the prince is here, just so I can ignore him and draw Kara with Ash instead. Yay. Prince John, was it? Yeah, he's the one in the rich condos. Literally is because he's a prince and all. Nisty, why are the fireworks so lame in Europe? I don't know. European laws. At least the European laws are usually designed to actually like keep us safe to a degree, sort of like how we have rules on food that mean we don't put bleach in chicken to clean it. Don't bleach your chicken. Let's die with the shark. He's cute. Cutie shark. So I've been doing minimal shading on them. So the shading I have been doing is basically to help certain aspects of it stand out a little more and make it less flat. I've not been doing like full highlights and shading because I'm doing a lot of them. Plan this year for ArtFight was I want to join in and do something. I feel motivated to join in and do something for it. But I also need to be aware of my own limitations and the fact that I'm borderline like ever in the hospital every other week, other day. And if I did something as big as the Happy Dancers as last year, I was worried I wouldn't be able to actually do anything properly. Whereas this way, bare minimum, I'm getting a bunch of cute drawings out. It will put a cute little animation together. Each time I finish a character, they've been put into the animation. Ah, Uzi has unlocked a new ship. The name is Cash. That's amazing. Whoa. That is an orange tooth. That is a less orange tooth. What's everyone's favorite shark? I remember Nisty's was a Greenland shark because I've asked this before, and Greenland sharks are very interesting, but I don't know if that's changed. Shall I try and guess? I think Uzi's might have been the whale shark, may have been. I know somebody at the time in chat when I last asked it also liked cookie cutters or goblins. I really like the blue shark at the moment. I discovered it and it just looks really like it's got big old eyes. And it is very, very blue in colour. Often when you get animals that are named blue something, you look at them and go, well, that's not very blue. Like a blue heeler is a dog, but it's not very blue. The blue shark has like really big round eyes and it just looks really confused most of the time, like it's lost. It's got a big snoot too, big nose. But it just looks really confused. It looks like it's panicking. It's like it's its turn to step up to order at McDonald's and it's like, oh no. Can someone order for me, please? Please? Night Watcher, petition to make the heart blue colored. Oh, the IKEA shark. I was considering it. I'm 50. I might change my mind. If enough people think I should make it the IKEA shark, I'll change it. But at the moment, it's coded off the animal form of this character. I could be persuaded to make IKEA sharks. Ooh, how many people in chat actually own an IKEA shark? They're quite popular, right? Oh, look, a nice little picture on my internet page of Kara and Ash, how it should be. It's John. We'll beat him up. Uzi, as soon as you said blue healer, I thought of Bluey, I need help. Well, blue is how I learned what a blue healer was. But if you look up blue healer dogs and red healer dogs, which is what Chili and Bingo are, they aren't actually blue and red. Definitely not as blue as they are in the show. The red ones are orange and ginger, very auburn. The blue healers in some light can look a bit blue tinted, like a steely blue, but they are grey. Sad. Skelly, I got an IKEA shark and an IKEA pig. What's the IKEA pig? Master Blaze, your favourite is a basking shark? Because it's derpy. Night Watcher likes the hammerhead because they're derpy. I like the blue shark because they're derpy. Got a collection of sharks. So make a poll. I'm gonna put a sad face on the not me. I'm gonna put a poll up. It's just asking. Sorry, for a minute there, I was like, has my stream crashed or have I had the starting soon screen on this whole time? Because if I've had the starting soon screen this whole time, why has no one said anything? People are like, yes, we just want to listen to your voice and watch this GIF loop. We're fine. Nisty, isn't it pretty much mandatory to have one of those sharks if you're gay? I heard it's the trans icon. Maybe it's just like if you're part of the alphabet army, you own an IKEA shark, it will appear. Once you've come out the closet, it appears on your bed. It manifests. It gets summoned. You get no choice in the matter. Even if you hate shark and you're microplastics biggest fan, you get an IKEA shark. You get a shirt that says I heart microplastics. Yay. So this is what I mean, where it's like a little bit of shading if it helps differentiate parts of the body in the pose, and just to like make a little bits better, but I'm not doing like major ruffles and creases and stuff. This is also the most I've been drawing in a while because one of the things that chemotherapy does is Well, it destroys everything. It's poison. It's not nice. But it like damages your nerves. And if you get nerve damage in your fingers and hands, it causes them to shake and it causes them to be numb. So if your hands are shaky and numb, you're gonna have a hard time trying to draw. And that's where I was at for a while, which is one of the main reasons I stopped, alongside I was too weak to sit up for a while, literally. Now I can sit up. Wow. So talented. I feel like, oh god, I sound like the laziest. Wow, I can sit up. Murky, a welcome gift reel. Yeah. A welcome gift, Astra Blaze. Once you stars, you gotta go. Bye bye. I hope you have a good shift at work. May you be blessed to not have any idiots. Blessed work day. In fact, the most blessed work day is the day that you get paychecks, I suppose. So, wait, is there any color change, or is they just... They don't seem... I mean, they do have like a white underbelly pattern going on in the arms and tail. So I feel like the back of the neck would probably have some of that too. Does anyone in chat know why sharks are light on the bottom and dark on the top? It's the same reason a lot of fish have that pattern going on. Uzi, sitting up, what's that? I know, right? Just want to lay down, be in bed. Eee. So is there anyone else in chat on ArtFight? Have I asked that yet? Because if you are, I can follow you. That sounded like a stalker move. I will stalk you on ArtFight. It's not too late to join if you do want to join. You don't need to join at the beginning of the month. It's gonna be better to do like... Because I'm gonna have like a flat shark nose. Kind of. From what we've been doing, I'm not actually sure where the light is coming from. I just know that the thing over the head would be creating a shadow. Like realistically, this would be in the shadow, all here, over there. But I'm not doing high def shadows. If I do that, I'll be getting like 0 things out because I'll be taking too long. Misty, sharks like that because of camouflage. They are. Uzi, I have a feeling I might be trans though. I don't know though. Well, if you are, then one day when you come out, you'll look at your bed and suddenly IKEA shark will spawn. It's okay. Lots of people, like, it can take a while to find out your identity. And some people will even, like, try out some things and then find out it don't work. Like, some people will be like, well, maybe I'm trans, and then they'll try it out for a bit and then find out that label isn't comfortable or doesn't feel right for them. And they might end up being non-binary, for example. Some people will straight up be like, actually, no, I think I am cis. There's like no pressure with that sort of thing. So long as you are happy, that is the important bit. Whee! His hair's so funky. That hair's so funky. It's because they're upside down, but still. Okay. Uzi, the gasp. I'll be blessed with a shark. Yes. And you're not an art fight. You're horrible at drawing other OCs. It's not about skill, you know? There's loads of different skill levels, but if you're not confident or comfortable doing it, it's fine. But there are so many different art level of skills on ArtFight. And so many different characters, including fan characters. You know, like OC, what's the word? Just fandom characters. Not canon ones. I don't know. Like your Bungo Stray Dogs OC sort of thing. That. Feel when you want to sing along to your music, but you can't because you'll get a copyright strike from YouTube. That's how YouTube's gonna welcome me back. It's gonna be like, welcome back, strike. Perish. I did have that once. One time my YouTube got reported for like scamming. And I was like, where? What have I posted that could possibly be considered a scam? Obviously, when I debated it, it very quickly got took down. So YouTube has a bunch of bots that comb through videos for them and will auto flag on YouTube's behalf. It's not all humans. So stuff can go wrong real quick. Astroblaze Fanon, that word. Miriki, guys, would anyone want to collab like ever? I feel like I have ideas for duo videos, but I have no one to do them with. I'm listening. I'm listening. Night Watcher, I'm kind of conflicted. Like, on one hand, I'm completely disgusted by anything LGBTQ because of my religion, but also kind of question, but kind of scared to question because religion and Islam is very anti-LGBTQ. I've heard that can be a difficult topic for a lot of religions. Like, sexuality and religious trauma tend to go hand in hand often. So I'd say, though I personally haven't experienced like that, there are a lot of people who have conflicting feelings with it because of religion and what other people have taught and said to them. I think one of the important parts is just because it doesn't apply to you doesn't mean you have to like hurt somebody, you know? But there's a large demographic of people where it's like religious trauma. My parents were religious when it suited them. And by that I mean my narcissistic mother, whenever she could thought that she could get something by claiming that she was Catholic or Christian, she'd switch it up. She would suddenly claim that she is. The amount of times that she thought that she was proving that she was a practicing religious woman by saying to people, I've read the whole Bible. I can quote the Bible. And the people would be like, go on then. And then immediately you get the, I don't have to prove nothing to you. That woman is like the opposite of any sort of caring girl. Like, oh, it's just funny. Mirinki, hey, one day then, if you're free, hit me up. I would be glad to discuss. At the minute, this month, I'm doing ArtFight stuff at the moment. If you message your idea on Discord, we can like discuss potentially. Because it's hard to say, yeah, let's go when I don't know what it is. Look, collabs are super fun. Part of me has been tempted to be like, oh, I should schedule a multi-animator project. Then it's like, yeah, but first I need to actually, that's a lot of construction. Want to, though, one day. Nisty, I'm having to rip and tear at my nail because it's ingrown yet again. I thought you had a surgery to stop it doing that. Skelly, I finally remembered my login for ArtFight. Are you on ArtFight? Do I follow you? What's your ArtFight user? Do I follow you on ArtFight? I don't remember much from last year. Oops. I like Shark Boy. Shark Person, they're cute. Miruki, I'm also a bit busy right now. That's why I said one day. Understandable. But still, you can like still discuss ideas and like it's how stuff comes to fruition. Oh, and me and Astro Blaze did a collab the first like month was literally, we're kind of busy right now, so we'll pick what month we'll actually do it and kind of discuss in the meantime, is how that went. Night Watcher, I have legit never had anybody who is like LGBT around me who's living in a 95% Muslim country. Odds are you have had them around you. They're just too scared to say anything. So, despite any level of oppression, people still exist and people are still going to be themselves. So, if you're in an area where it's not safe to be openly gay, for example, or trans, people still exist and they're very much still present and, real. It's just, obviously, for safety, closeted, which is unfortunate but also understandable. It's kind of like when, like boomers will be like, autism. Back in my day, there was no autism. And you'll be like, but Nana, you have thousands of these precious moments statues that you've collected and hoarded in a cabinet, and an entire set of dishware that no one's allowed to touch or, like, use. And all these other things, like that sofa is grandpa's sofa, this sofa is grandma's sofa, guests go on that one. And if you go in our sofas, we're gonna, like, stand there and stare and not know what to do. It's like, y'all are autistic, you just didn't have a word for it, you know? Fun fact, I've heard that autism is inherited. Start looking at your grandparents and be like, which one of you did this? I've not actually seen any more research on the topic. I just know that at the time there was like a little article about it. Could have sworn that was like around 2020 as well. Hey. Okay, is that all the flat colours minus the eyes? Yes. Slowly, and then we get to the fun part, which is, well, it's all the fun part really, but then we get to do the coloured line art, which really makes it look soft. Skelly Bones. I joined like right after last year's ArtFight. Okay, so I didn't see you last ArtFight then. Astro Blaze, for me, it's definitely all of them. And Nisty, yeah, I had surgery for it, and I've literally DIY'd the surgery like 5 times without anesthetic now because they keep coming back. Oh, what do you mean? What do you have to do? How are you? I can't even. You see, on the one hand, don't do that, you'll get hurt. On the other hand, as somebody that's been like, consistently ill and sick of waiting for nurses to do stuff, when you know how to do it, the urge to go, I can do this myself, is always there. Always there. It's like I know how to remove PIC lines, I know how to change out the IVs. I just observe them and I'm like, I'm autistic and one of my special interests was medicine. I am learning. I think it's also because part of my brain literally goes, if there's ever an emergency, for whatever reason, I don't know, earthquake, I want to know how to get this off. I've never actually took off my own medical equipment. I've changed dressings and stuff. And I've silenced machines when they're beeping. It's like your IV will just chirp at you when it's finished an infusion and it'll just keep ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. It's irritating, and sometimes the nurses can take hours to come in the room to change it. Literally hours. And it's hell just listening to the beeping, so I know how to, like, stop them. It's like, if I mess around with the machine enough, I'll find out how. I don't want to listen to this. Nisty, doesn't hurt too bad. I just have to cut the sides of the nail with clippers and rip them out with tweezers. Still gonna sting. Nisty, at least 3 of them have healed now. It's just the one nail giving me trouble. At least it's down to 1. That's a good news, I think. Think? Is it a good news? Yes. Less pain is better than no pain. See, I always give them like little cheeks, but I don't think it suits this character. And I think the eyes and the face is going to look a lot better once things have, again, the coloured line art in to soften everything and blend it together. For example, the eyes. Those done. The teeth C's. Do I want to have them in dark lines or... I think the grey looks cute, actually. They have thick eyebrows, so I'm tempted to just leave them like that. And then we can do the nose and stuff. Ricky, hey, I finally managed to join the server. It wasn't working before. Hmm. I don't know why it wasn't working, but well done. I have trouble joining Discord servers sometimes as well. Is it where it like sends you in a loop de loop of pressing buttons to try and join the server, and it's like accept invite, now log in, now accept invite, now log in. I get that a lot. Annoys me. I'm not sure about the blue on the face. We'll come back to it once I've got different shades done. Okay, so most of this shark is just going to be in the blue. The line art, I mean. The dark blue, and then we've got the underbelly blue and the mouth to take care of. The miracle, yes, like let me in. Oh, you were having that. I get that problem all the time. Let me in. Let me in. It won't let you in. The amount of times I'm like, fine, I'll log in on my phone, and then I'll try with my phone and I'll get the same problem. I've given up on a lot of servers because of that. These big teeth. Love them. I know Squeaky was streaming a game earlier, and I was like looking. I think I was closing my eyes because I was resting my eyes, and just listening. And then he goes, "Crow, look, a faceless character." I immediately looked up as he proceeds to call me out and be like, "That's your favorite character now, isn't it? That's your favorite." I'm like, "Yes." Is it the fact that I immediately looked at the camera like, "Where? Where? My brand?" Is it high contrast monochrome? Is it like shadow type creature? Does it have big pointy teeth? Does it have cool eyes? My brand. Does it have no face at all? My brand. Is it an eldritch horror? My brand. In contrast to any of my work. As you know, earlier, actually, speaking of, someone did a Colby animation. It was so cute. And I drew one of their OCs, and they were super edgy. I drew like their really, really edgy OC. Really cool OC, but really edgy. And then when I was revenging the attack, I double checked like 8 times that it was definitely the right username because they draw like these cool OCs and they drew one of mine, which is so button cute. They drew Colby at like a birthday party, waving and bouncing his little gif. It's cute. I was like, this is definitely them, right? This is definitely the right account, right? I mean, that Colby is just so brightly coloured and cute, though. It's too cute to blend in with their characters, and then I had to like rewire my brain to go, that's because Colby isn't one of their characters, he's my character. The contrast was really funny. They did such a good job. He's really shiny. I can share them to the Discord again. I know last year I shared ArtFight attacks to the Discord under the Jcrow art tag. If you're already in the server and you've attacked me, you're also welcome to put your art there too, if it's Jcrow art. I can share the little character that I'm talking about. Well, the character's Colby, but the little GIF I mean. So like someone with like really cool OCs to draw Colby. Well, they didn't have to. Obviously, they wanted to, but it's just funny. It's just fun to see artists be like, "I want to draw that," and it's just completely different to what they usually do. Because just because they draw one way doesn't necessarily mean it's like the only thing they like, you know? Like with what I was saying with the characters. Third crash, what a treat. Skelly, I want to see emo Colby now. It wasn't cool. I mean, the two new characters I'm making are edgy. They're pretty cool. Muriki, you see exactly, I literally tried on my Apple too. Uzi, I love faceless characters. Skelly, you're faceless. I literally am just faceless. I'm a faceless streamer. Oh, my brand. Me. Nisty. I once drew Jack in punk clothes. True. So yeah, Skelly, like emo emo Colby. Yeah, Nisty drew a scary Colby. Glitch has drawn a scary Colby, and I think Mime Type on the server has also done like a scary Colby with like a summoning ritual theme. So we've got some scary ones. It's not quite emo. Would he get the fringe? It's a good question. Yay. Yeah, this character's face looks so much better with the coloured line art. I don't know if I'm just biased, but honestly, it just looks so much more blended together now. Astro Blaze, a lot of fun. A lot of the fun of ArtFight is getting to try out stuff you wouldn't normally do on your own. It's true. It's also why I like drawing other people's OCs in general before ArtFight as well, because it's like I get to draw things that I wouldn't necessarily have thought of. I think I've said this on chat a few times. Everyone's going to think differently and approach a design differently. Like if I posted an art challenges and I was like, this week everyone go design a shark themed character, everyone's going to come back with something like super different. I really love seeing people create. Concentrating. I'm concentrating because I don't want to zoom in. Being lazy. Sorry. I don't want to zoom in. I want to stay over here. But Jcrow, why don't you want to zoom in? Does it cost something? No. It takes no time. I have the keyboard shortcut and everything. I just didn't want to. Should I zoom in? Yeah. You should zoom in. It gives you better quality art, but I'm just coloring the line out, so it should be fine. It was a third crash of the day, yippee. Nisty, man, that was a long time ago. When you drew the edgy Colby gif, I still have it. I have all art that is gifted to me ever in one big folder. They rotate on my background wallpaper on my computer. Should we see who's there currently? Let's see. Minimizing a bunch of tabs. It's old Jcrow art at the moment. It's not from anyone in chat. Miriki, like to make you more confident in your lines. And Skelly, in 8 days, I go on a 6-hour flight in 40 minutes. With a 40 minutes stop in between. Where are you going? Yeah, why is the screen go black like that? Bruh, don't worry. Also, Nisty, that was a little over a year ago. Oh, it was a million years ago. I'm gonna put the light blue on the bottom of the tail, and then this character is done for what I need it to be right now. I'm not gonna make you watch me code stuff in After Effects. Watching coding isn't fun. I'm aware. I will not make you suffer that. I don't want to make me suffer that. That is a completed character though. Nudge down. I think I already have like the name and stuff as well. What do I do now? What time is it? We have an hour. What do we do now? Oh yeah, it needs like a stroke on it. Hang on. It just auto applies quickly. Nice. My scraggly handwriting. My writing isn't that scraggly. That was just me writing in the moment of the voices as I'm like blasting through art. That's done. I could find someone else to attack, I guess. Or we could do we could do emotes. Do we want emotes? Do we want more art fight? I can put another poll up. Wow. The chat has 7 votes and it's borderline 50-50 as to people either do or don't have an IKEA shark. That's amazing. Uzi. It was so silly. Nistina, I want to draw, but I have no ideas. Oh no. Why don't you try ArtFight? There's plenty of ideas on ArtFight. And Skelly, you're going to Indiana for your friend's birthday. Nice. Miriki, what do you want? I'll put a little poll up for now. If I do ArtFight, I will have to take a minute to go onto ArtFight to pick one of the characters I've bookmarked. There are a lot. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, so if I save this first. Oh, come back. Where you going? So what I do is I save 2 copies. I save a watermarked copy with a little background to give to the person who owns the character on ArtFight, so they get an actual graphic of their character. And at the end of the month, they'll be also included and credited in the final post, the animation meme. So yeah, this is character 8. And now I need to do the version where it's all the bits I need for After Effects, which is just that. Uzi, I'm going to Texas again on the 15th to see my grandparents. Nice. Night Watcher says emotes. The emotes are ready to go. They would be easy. Astro Blaze, I don't have an IKEA shark. I do have a cat loaf. What's a cat loaf? I want to see a cat loaf. Me. I see Pebble do cat loafs. Pebble, where are you? Pebble. He's not in here. He's probably asleep in front of the air conditioner again. Well, what's his character called? I've totally forgotten. What are you called? Blauhai? Hey! Oh, hello! Hello! Kitten cat, tiny baby newborn.
No brain cell, was it?
Oh, he's on the back of the chair. Hello! Pebble, do you want to say meow to chat? I can never hear you when you do. Oh, he's cute. He's balancing. Baby cat.
Meow, 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 meow. I'm a stupid cat. Meow. Pebble did a meow.
Okay. It's called Blauhai. I know blau means blue in German. Maybe it's something to do with that.
I'm assuming it's like Blauhai.
I was thinking that as the middle, but Uzi, I'm going to Texas. Night Watcher. It's so loud outside. And Skelly has put a duck in chat. I wonder why.
I like ducks.
It's because of you, probably.
Oh, okay. So,
My breath.
did Regeki do a fart?
No, he decided to breath into the back of the fan and he just stunk.
Okay.
And it just accumulated like a ball in the corner I'm sat in and wouldn't leave. So we've got a still image at the minute because I'm just saving the assets because it's like I could save them off stream, but I also don't want to get overwhelmed if we do more in this document and risk losing it. So under characters. Okay, they're all saved. I'll take a look at the poll in a moment. So that's ready to be dropped into After Effects. They're pretty cute. Fleur. I've also been, well, we've got an 100% vote on emotes and 6 votes. So it looks like we might move over to that. What was I going to say? I have been trying to catch up with animation memes that I stopped working on when I got sick. I was too ill to actually do them. Okay. These are some of the emotes that we actually have lined up. I was considering doing the sad Ziplord one because we don't actually have a sad emote at the moment in the channel. So on Discord we've got derps, but I was also considering making a derp emote for more characters because it's funny. But I do like the really annoyed Macy with the Molotov, it's pretty fun. But I know that we have P emotes, we have cheer emotes. I think the only negative one in the Discord currently is really annoyed looking Eden. So I'm not really sure what we'd need a sad emote for, but maybe we do. It's a sad emote for when you buy yourself a Labubu and you open the box and find out you got a Lafufu. Anyone know the Labubu Lafufu drama? Who's Jcrow? Everyone wants emotes. Are there any particular emotes people actually want to see? Like, I'll get started on this one, but like, if there's any themed emotes people want to see, I can like look into that. We could maybe design emotes. Misty, Labubu's pissed me off. Skelly, I hate you, Zip Lord. Oh no, you hurt his feelings, Skelly. My friend really loves Labubus. And she got a booster box. Booster box. She got like a one box contains one doll. So like one blind box. A like booster box. By that I mean is it's a box that contains 6 blind boxes. So 6 dolls. Because she was trying to collect a set. And then she was like, oh no, I've got duplicates. And then she was like, all my friends can have one and we can all have like a matching thing and it'll be cute. And that's how I started acquiring Labubus. People put costumes on them though. Night Watcher, what is Labubu Lafufu? And you like the Colby Derpy emote, Uzi. That one is finished. And Jcrow, we should do a gaming stream sometime. I was thinking about that. I was thinking like maybe Stardew again, but I do also have Pokemon ROMs. There's a chance when I'm in the hospital, if I do manage to keep streaming, that I will be doing games more, because if I can't draw and my hands get damaged again for round 2, then it's checkmate. But I do have Pokemon ROMs, and when it comes to multiplayers, I was thinking we could do Stardew maybe. Get Astro Blaze and Squeaky on board again. Uzi, a Labubu is a weird little monster. Yeah, it's just a little keyring people collects. There's a it looks like a little bunny. It looks like a character in a bunny costume, like a really fluffy bunny onesie. It's just a keyring. People collect them. It's very much in human nature to collect things. I don't think there's anything wrong with collecting things. Because I know a lot of people will complain about overconsumption, which is valid, but it's only valid in certain cases. For example, if you're buying the doll for a trend and you intend to throw it in the trash in a couple of months when the trend's over, that is definitely overconsumption. If you've seen an item where you're like, I really like this and I want to buy one, for example, like my friend is, then it's a case of it's just human nature to collect things, and it's no more overconsumption than when people did stuff like, oh wow, McDonald's are doing Minecraft toys, now I need to go to McDonald's. You know? Misty, you could get a Labubu and make it a punk. You should make a punk Labubu. Uzi, you know, I hate Labubus. It's the Stanley Cups all over again. Yeah, that's a good example. I was saying it depends, because some people will be getting these dolls and they'll love it forever, right? And they'll keep it and it'll stay on the bag and they'll be happy with it. Some people get it for a trend, like the Stanley cups, where it's like, oh, I need a cup in every color, and it's like, okay, but they're already in landfills and filling up charity shops. And the issue with Stanley, those cups were designed to be a forever cup situation, so you didn't have to buy new bottles anymore. You could just use it. So it's very interesting that of all of the things to have become, I need to have more than one, it was that. And then it was replaced with a trend for the Owler cups, which are also like a drinking cup. But then you'll have also have people that still use theirs and still love theirs because it was a genuine purchase. Some people still use theirs, and even though they've got a collection of different colors, they'll match them to their outfits, and it's like an actual thing. If you're buying something because you want it or need it, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to feel like ashamed. Because in that case, it's no more consumerism than the 50% of chat that were influenced into buying an IKEA shop, as the poll suggested. It's a popular doll. It's cute. Would I buy one? If I had space for it, yes. Very cute. Because it's a cute product and it's like, do you want it? Yeah, okay, that's how that works. It's fine. I think it's, what's the word? Not limitation. Something like quantity. Moderation, that word. With moderation, it's fine. I find the fake Labubus really funny though, because some of them are terrifying. I saw one where its face was entirely upside down. Uzi, I was gonna get a Labubu. If I was gonna get a Labubu, I would love it forever and not hate it just because it's not pink or whatever. Yeah, that's also a really good candidate. If I'm blind buying something from a blind box, no matter what it is, I need to like my personal preference is I need to like at least 80% of the dolls acquired in the blind box before I'll risk buying it. So if I look at it and go, well, I really like two of them, but the remaining eight are naff and I wouldn't want them, then I shouldn't waste my money because odds are I'm just going to end up with an item I'm not going to enjoy, and I don't see the point in that. Rather than if I look at it and go, cool, I'll be happy with any of these characters at all in this blind box. I just really hope I don't get, say, the red and the blue one. I would never say that. I probably always want the blue one. I love blue. It was like, oh, right, as long as I don't get the beige and the grey one, I'll be fine. And then, you end up with the beige and the grey one. It's like gachas as well, like gacha machines where you can get keyrings and stuff. They can be really fun, but again, it's just moderation and being reasonable. I'm just sampling a whole bunch of colors real quick. Because it was getting all of the really funky emotes. Rose cursed. That's what he gets for cursing Colby, actually. Uzi, like, just be grateful. Explain. I don't see harm in it. Even if it's something that I don't like, I don't see the harm in it. For example, Crybabies is a product that Potmart also do that is also something people will buy, like the Labubus. Personally, I don't like the Crybaby stuff. I think they are just ugly, ugly, personally. But at the same time, if somebody was like, I'm so excited, I got a blind box for Crybaby thing today, I'm going to open it, I'm going to be excited with you because I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the person who is so happy to have this little toy or keyring. It's like, damn, I hope you get the one you want. I will be hyping you up. I'm not going to be sat there going, ew, I didn't eat me. I don't want to do that. We have enough of that. Okay, I think that yellow feels a little harsh for what we're doing, actually. How do we'll shade it like rounder. And then this part of the hat is also round, so let's try like a bumpy to make it look more curved. The issue is when it gets to the top of the hat, because when we're making it look curved, his hand's making the shadow. Realistically, that hand, if the light's top down, would be doing, oh, like that. That's what it'd look. Never mind. Okay, I have a button now that says top fans. Guys, you're all ranked. Misty has 150 XP and has the #1 golden crown. Uzi currently in #2. So Misty, you've maintained that #1. Uzi, you're in #2 with 150, and Astroblaze is in #3 with 150, and then Skelly's in #4 with 150. So you've all got 150 XP apparently. I don't know, we'll call it JXP, and then you can have J experience points. Maybe it's also influenced by how long you've been in chat. In 5th place is Cry Glitch, in 6th place is Night Watcher, and in 7th place is Squeaky Clown. Uzi, you know what? I have the urge to sell candy at like a park. You're allowed to do that. So you're not gonna have like a stinky cop coming over being like, do you have a permit? Have you paid your tariffs? Get out. Okay, gotta work out how to shade this again. Misty, can't wait to get a car. Me either. I never got a car or did my driver's license whilst I was in university because it was too expensive. Too expensive! It really is still really expensive, but oh my gosh, it'd be so convenient to have one. I would live at the beach. I'd be like, oh, it is the morning, let's go to the ocean. Regardless of the time of day, I just want to sit there and listen. That'd be me. Squeaky'd be like, please, not again. I'm like, guess what? We're going in the car. Please not. It'd be like a dog going to the vets. Squeaky doesn't like the beach. So it's like when you say to your dog and it's like, we're going to the park, we're going for a walk. And then the dog gets in the car and then it's like, we're at the vet. And then the dog's like, no. I'd be Squeaky. I'd be like, we're going Five Guys. We're going to the card shop, TCG shop. And he's going to be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then he's going to be like, we've been on the motorway for a while. Where are we going? Why can I see Blackpool Tower? Blackpool isn't even a good beach. I mean, it could be. Blackpool's one of the English beaches that have been overrun with like tourism. Not as bad as some countries with tourism, but enough where it's like ruined for the locals, you know? That kind of bad tourism. So the locals struggle to live there because of it, because they can't travel, there's no room. It's just kind of, they can't drive along the beachfront, they can't enjoy the beach itself. I've just heard that even though it's fun for a weekend trip out, because it's got lots of arcades and parks and like literally theme parks, water parks, it's got a huge aquarium apparently, it's got zoo, it's got a lot. So it's a fun place to go to have fun as a tourist, but apparently sucks to live there. Misty, I got a bunch of bracelets. And Uzi, I have singles, ladder cuffs, belt chains, and little stars. Ooh, these are really cool. Candy generally just looks really cool. Look, I would sob if I was gifted one. Because, like, people do it at raves, right? And they'll gift candy bracelets to people. And I'm like, some of them are so pretty, it's like, I would just sob. Anyone gives me something handmade and I'm low-key crying. To be honest, that's including art online. I'm like, oh, someone drew for Victor for me, you know? Okay, shade on the hands too. See, I like the emotes because they're just really simple to draw. Big yellow smiley is bullying me. Why do I feel like it's mocking me? It's mocking me, isn't it? It's the Zip Lords. Of course it's mocking me. No, it's doing like a round shadow, but in the other way. I don't like it arched like that. Like that. So I think also with the really thick lines, it's just very blocky. So obviously they need to stand out on a small scale. I need to unlock emotes on... You can send private emote stuff on YouTube, right? Or do you have to pay to use them? Is it something that you just unlock, or do we then have to pay to use them? Because can I set it so you don't have to pay and we can just all play with emotes? Misty, I'm hoping to score at least a couple €100 for my job, but I don't know if I should save the money to hopefully get a car in a few months, or should I get a centipede forearm tattoo? Uzi, I love how silly they are. Concept, Misty. Tattoos are expensive anyway, obviously, so you have to save them. Save for the car first, and then you've got accessibility to do other things, including drive further for a better tattoo artist and make sure you're getting the best one that you can. You're not just going local because, like, that's the closest, for example, unless they are also the best. If you want to save up for a car and you can afford to, potentially, if you've worked out the budgeting for it, I'd say save up for a car, but also take into account other things when saving. So if your car is so much, you also want to work out how much you're going to need for the first month's fuel, at least, and insurance is advice that I've been given in the past. So don't just save up enough money to go, cool, can afford that car now, I'm going to go buy it. Also save aside to start paying insurance on the car if that's, a legal mandatory in your country. It is for me. And also the fuel. Otherwise, you've just got a car sat on your drive that can't do anything. In theory, you could try saving for both at once. It'd just be a bit slower, potentially. Ultimately, you should pick what you want to do. But I know the card gives opportunities, including work opportunities. So if you wanted a different job, there's more access if you can drive and get to, different locations. Astroblaze, I think they require memberships. Oh, for the emotes? Stink Lord. Nisty, man, I'm low-key fiending for a centipede tattoo. What kind? How's it gonna look when you get it? Is it gonna wrap around the whole arm? Is it gonna be just like wiggly down, say, like the top of the arm, so it's like on one side? Is it gonna be color? Do you have any plans of what you want it to look like currently? Also, always watching. Hello, Jimmy Breaded Glitch. Hey, hi, welcome. First stream in a while, huh? We did some ArtFight. I drew a shark character earlier in the stream. The VOD will be available, so you'll be able to take a look. Currently, because that finished early and we still have like an hour left, doing some emote stuff. Oh, ow. I'm injured. Hang on. Ow. Okay. Sorry. I like muted the mic while I coughed and then I hurt my head. Um, one of one of the treatments involved taking out spinal fluid. And the spinal fluid is also around your brain and it's what cushions the brain. And basically when you're low on spinal fluid, because the vampire ass doctors keep taking it, you move too quick. very, very painful, very ouchy. So that's going to be a bit of a common occurrence, sorry. When it does hurt, I just kind of need a minute. So I'm doing really, really big, silly shinies because, again, it's an emote, so I want it to be seen at a distance. Nisty, well, my birthday's in 6 months, and it would take me a couple months to get a car, so I'd have almost a year to get the money for it. Okay. A year to save up is a really good goal. That's, like, a lot of time, right? Yikes, that hurts. And I was watching, I know, I'm sorry, I'm a late. Been resting because of July 4th. Understandable. I'm not even American. I was up till 4 a.m. UK time watching the fireworks. Loved it. So much. I have screenshots to show Squeaky. Feels like, whoa, I know that I'm going to describe this firework later and words won't do it justice, so I'm going to take a screenshot to be like, look, looks like the bridge is on fire. I could share them to the Discord actually. See, the blue already in Ziplord's eyes here is usually the kind of blue I'd put on cartoon tears like this. So I'm just worried that they're going to look like extra weird pupils or something. Absolutely do not trust this goblin with his tears. These tears mean nothing. Guaranteed that he's just trying to get you to drop your guard. And he's going to curse you or something. I'll ruin your craft projects. Ziplord is an entity born of losing stuff when you're doing a craft project. So he's essentially like a living sewing project. He's a fae type creature. And every time you're doing any sort of sewing based project, anything to do with fabrics, materials, clothing, doll making, if you lose things, like your pin cushion goes missing, it's him. He's took it, he's moved it, he has moved it, you did leave it there, you're not going crazy, Ziplord moved it. When stuff goes wrong, like your sewing machine jammed, Ziplord did it. The Ziplord did it, and the Ziplord is also laughing at you. He can also change size. Ziplord can be quite small. Ziplord could literally be sat on top of your sewing machine, laughing at you as you fix the clog. Oh, that reminds me, Nisty, didn't you get a sewing machine for like Christmas last year? Have you made any big projects with it? Mr. Blaze, the day someone ruins my craft projects is the same day they die. Well, you're gonna have to try and 1v1 the Ziplord. Good luck. Good luck finding and catching him. I might make the lines thicker on the hands and the rim of the hat so they stand out a bit more. Nisty, oh yeah, that sounds like it sucks. It's painful, sorry, Jcrow. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. It's like I could ignore it, but I know it's going to be a persistent problem because they're taking fluid out weekly. They're literally doing it again on Tuesday. Uh, it's like your brain's headbutting the inside of your skull. It's awful. Usually when I'm sat down or lay down, I'm fine. It's when I move too quick, so like I coughed a minute ago, or when I stand up. So like I know when I get up from my computer, then. They also then put chemo in the brain. So like in this with the same needle, they take the fluid sample out and then they put medicine in. The fun part about that is exclusively it gives you a very special type of headache that's can be cured with caffeine. So I get medically prescribed Coca-Cola basically. Because I was like, have coffee, and I'm like, I don't like coffee. Have tea, and I'm like, I don't really like tea that much either. Cool. Have soda. Oh, I'll have that. I just find it funny that that of all things is the solution. Nisty, does it feel like a mini concussion? Probably. The way I would describe it hurting is it feels you have to stop. So like I physically will freeze up and that's why I've gone quiet. And then I'll try and force an ow so people know I'm here. Is what I do with Squeaky too, because if I've just stopped walking, he doesn't always notice. So I'll be like, ow. That's all I can muster. It really does feel like headbutting a brick and it just radiates. And sometimes it hurts so bad it hurts to think. That's a weird one to explain. It hurts to think. Okay, so I'm just thickening up these lines on so that when they're coloured in, they'll be a little bit more pronounced because again, emo and a smaller size. I did similar with Mimi, so I've got Mimi emotes where she's doing like a correct and an incorrect gesture with her arms. And on one of them for use on Discord, she has slightly thicker lines on her arms, just so that different parts are easier to differentiate. I wonder if I should make all of the face in shadow and just deepen the shadow under the hat. Skelly, emo Colby in Discord, really? I'll check. I'll leave you with a sad, soggy Ziplord. He's kind of looking like me when my head hurts, actually. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Wait, why does he suit the wig? The one eye? That's so good, actually. Wait, he looks really cute. I like that he's in black and white everything. Kept the hat. That's so cute, Skelly. You did that so quickly, too. I'm gonna save it. Well, I'll save it after so you're not all staring at a pause screen. Emo Colby is going to be added to the hospital wall when I'm stuck in. Thank you. I can show it on chat if you want, if you want people to witness and people want to witness. Uzi, it always hurts to think, Dabs. I know, right? It's interesting because headaches usually a good way to cure a headache is classics like, depending on how migraine level it is, you know, turn off the lights, stop looking at your phone or your TV, chill, get out of the sun. None of that has any bearing on this headache at all. So it's like when Squeaky gets his migraines, I'll be like, yo, stop looking at your phone then, turn the light off, lay down, let it pass, have painkillers. None of that applies here. Just stuck with it. These thick lines actually look pretty satisfying to me, I think. It's funny because the Discord server has like a news and updates. I was sat there like, is it really newsworthy, news and updates worthy to put, I'm doing a return stream today. Should I just post it like a normal stream? I posted it like a normal stream. But at the same time, I'm going to go straight to the news and updates channel to slap down. We have a new channel emote. There is a new emote on the server. Everyone point and laugh at Ziplord. I really like that emo Colby. I like the he suits the weight. If you'd have said Colby with hair, I'd have been like, okay. I'd need to see the vision. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, it's pulling off the wig. Look, little emotes in chat. Skelly now presenting Colby in emo form. Always watching. I haven't got. I don't know what that says. Over? Meh, Tim, you haven't got something to Discord yet. Still been chronically tired. Understandable. You do love updates on Discord, honestly. Skelly, Colby, where are you? Where are you? Oh my gosh. So we've got Emo Colby and Punk Jack. What a duo. Edgy AU. How did I colour the eyes on the last emote with the Zip Lord on the hat? To Discord. Show me. That is way too small, but I think they're brown. You know what? Emo Colby gets a dirt. Oops, wrong thing. So I'll be live again on Monday, assuming I'm not. Let me check my calendar. Okay, I am in the hospital on no wait, no, not Monday. Monday's not stream day. I will be live on Tuesday. Tuesday is when they're taking my spinal fluid in the morning, but I should be back in time. And Wednesday I am also in the hospital, but I should be back in time. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So I should still be able to do streams. So I want to try and do them properly again, you know? Because they are fun. You get to say hi to everybody. And we all get to point and laugh at Ziplo. Haha, you're sad and it's probably your own fault. Zel Skelly next is gossip. Oh yeah. Edgy AU. Misty, it's bedtime soon. It really is. It looks like I've almost got this emote done. If I can get the line art done before that minute mark, then we've successfully completed an ArtFight attack and an emo in one stream. And that is a lot done in one comeback stream, I think. Yay. I wonder who the top fans are currently. Uzi, Jcrow, like some laughs. What's the point? Quentin laugh, for it's his own fault. You know it's gonna be his own fault. Okay, I'm just checking for any words that I've missed. Not seeing any down there. On the hands. Hey, so we've got an emote, new emote, and a new art fight attack. Then again, I've not done a test and like zoomed out. Ow, my head. Okay, yeah, I think that'll work if I just make the line thicker on the sad mouth too. I think that's all that needs. Is he okay? Points and laughs evilly. Get him. We hit 10 likes. We got double digits. Well done. You guys are amazing. I was so nervous to come back. You've made me feel. Whoa. It glitched out. Don't do that. I'll say you've made me feel very welcomed. So thank you. I will make this slightly thicker. But the emote is otherwise finished. I'm just kind of improving it. There you go. So that's going to look a lot better at the distance. I'm going to make the cheeks a little bit chubbier too on the line part. And then when we zoom out, we can definitely see that he is sad. Did it? It was a yippee 10, my lucky number. The freak was that? I don't know. I held the screen, I moved it, and it just all started flashing. I have no idea what that was. But Zipload's finished, and so is the Shark OC. Open recent? Open? Heart I'll just bring it back. So we got the Sharks done. That'll be an attack going out to Shootingcookielover soon tonight. It will be going in the animation meme, and we've got a little Zip Lord. It's 30 seconds past your bedtime, Jcrow. What? And with that, we have reached the end of the stream. So, thank you everybody for joining. It's been great seeing you all. I feel very welcomed and silly for freaking out at the beginning because I was like stage fright. Lots done today. Really good to see everybody. I hope you've all had a good 4 months since I've been away. I will be back trying to do the regular schedule of Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. UK time. And now we do the shout outs to everyone that's been here today. So, top fans today Misty, Uzi, and Astroblaze 1, 2, and 3. Congrats. But thank you everyone for joining. Skelly, always watching. Mochi Stars Arts, Cryglitch, Squeaky Clean, Night Watcher, and who was it earlier too? We were talking about a project. You have a new username. I kind of remember. Was it like Muriki? Mitsuki? Muriki? Thank you all for joining the stream. We'll see you all in the next one, and depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Have a great day, or sweet dreams.